Good morning. It's been a slow wake. Didn't wake up as early. My body is getting more tired as the day goes on. But gotta get running. Gotta get moving. I'm not sure how today's gonna go, but I want to get some work done. I want to make sure I can get that meetup going. Yeah. Woo. I'm excited to get into a groove. I want to get into a routine. That'll help me a ton. But now, just got to start off with doing the best I can to make right now as easy as I can get. All right, let's go. I'm noticing my energy today really being a little off. I'm not sure why that is. I did go to bed around maybe 9 or 10 this time. And then I woke up around 7, so maybe it has to do with my sleep and how I'm still adjusting. But I had a great conversation with my business partner today as well. We were talking about how people can start to join the community and make it more exciting than it already is, and just involve games and cool levels and stuff like that. I'm really passionate about helping people start a business when they know that they can start a business and they're creative, just like probably you are, whoever's watching this video. You definitely are a creative at some level, and it's just about allowing yourself to tap into your creativity to share with the world in your own business avenue, instead of just giving your creativity, or maybe your creativity is stuck in a job that you really don't like. And honestly, once you step out of that and start to do the work for yourself, and you create it for just because it's your passion and you want to share with other people, and then you can make money doing that. Love it. Hi. Now I'm gonna go to the bank and get on with my day a little bit more. Go get some Jimmy John's. Has been pretty on and off today. I would say that I'm not fully adjusted at all, but also at the same time, there is just resistance. I'm noticing that being back home, there is a lot of old habits that are trying to show up. What's super interesting is that my stepbrother, he actually works at a marijuana shop, so a distribution shop, and I can smell it off of him. And I also, while I'm digging through the fridge, while I'm downstairs, when I notice this feeling of lazy shows up, the routine that wants to take its effect because of this cue
cue that has only happened from being here in this house is trying to take its effect and trying to have me execute on this routine. And I notice this because I can sense the feeling within my body. I can sense the laziness. I can sense the urge to want to smoke, to want to take away the discomfort and want to find comfort. And I'm doing my best to actually maintain a high level of energy. And I was just able to execute a lot of work done on my editing of videos, and it was great. I got some good editing done, and now I'm gonna do some reflection within my whole business and while I'm here in Minnesota. I just don't want to let myself take it down a notch at all. I don't want to lose my momentum. I don't want to lose my compounding and fall back into some old habits by being in this house, by seeing these old triggers that show up. And it's not easy. The way that I manage myself within this, because I am definitely a creature of habit. And I hope that you relate with this and you can recognize with this in yourself, because we are all creatures of habit. There's this part of our brain that wants to make things easy. It's called the path of least resistance. And I hope you can recognize how you can stop these habits, because there's this loop that goes on. It's starting from the cue. There's a place where we get triggered into something, and this is the feeling and the location for me. And then it turns into wanting to execute this routine. And I'm noticing this routine wanting to go forward because I'm noticing the reward, which is the last part of the habit cycle loop that it wants. It wants the dopamine, it wants the relaxation, it wants the ease, it wants the comfort. And so my cue is basically craving this dopamine, this comfort, and it wants me to execute on this routine. And that urge shows up, but I'm not letting myself do it. I'm walking it off. I'm going to force myself onto my computer. Maybe some other habit of getting hungry and eating instead. There's different habits that you can use and you can change, but also recognize that eating too much or forcing yourself into work are also bad habits if it gets to be too much. You have to have different ways of moving within these old habits that are trying to trigger itself back into you, and how you can cycle through them without those new ways you're going about it. Like if you're trying to just eat food instead or work, because you don't want those to become addictions either. Something for you to reflect on as I'm reflecting towards you, what is happening within my own energy and my routine and my habits that are trying to show up. So the day's still going. I'm gonna just do some reflection and check back in with you a little bit sooner. Just finished my day today, and not gonna lie, I wasn't as productive as I really wanted to be. I scrolled when I just mentioned that I was going to do some reflection in my journal, and it honestly happened because recently I've just been feeling this pleasure overstimulation that's been trying to come at me, this dopamine, and this is from old habits and trying to get at me right now, and it's not easy to deal with, being here in a very comfortable place where everyone around me is watching TV and they're smoking or they're drinking, and I'm like the only one who feels like he's hustling and working. And so I'm at home, right? Like I'm home with my mom, and the idea is just to vacation in some people's eyes. But for me, it's not, the purpose of this trip is not to vacation. The purpose of it is just to get new clarity, try new things, and also just say hi to people. I just really I'm not judging myself though for scrolling today, because it happens when I don't have a clear idea of what my long-term goals are and what my long-term gratification will be. Because I've trained myself to really crave long-term gratification more than short-term gratification. So I know that because I'm not doing the short-term tasks, it's because I don't have the long-term vision. I'm doing the short-term task that gives me dopamine and pleasure, and I don't want to do that. So I need to get clear on what is this next month going to do for me, and how am I going to treat myself? How am I going to continue to move forward? And what is it that my plan is going to be for my next content strategy, or my next plan for the next month, and getting meetups going and talking to new people, getting some new clients as well, people that I can help. So there are a variety of things that I can be doing, and I'm not clear on that. I'm just not clear on what my new strategy is going to be. And that's my fault. And so no wonder it was easy to scroll. This is how I operate. This is your habits. This is your long-term gratification. This is your short-term gratification. You need to understand these, the pleasure, pain, and reward system. All these things are huge, huge variables when it comes to building a life of meaningful fulfillment. And if you want, I can send you my video on how you can build your own focus system. I've learned how to do it myself, and the way that I share my stuff is not going to be the same for you. But I have a video that I recorded. It's a workshop style, so it's about 40 minutes, 50 minutes, where you can sit down and start to create your own focus system. And it's hugely, hugely beneficial, and you would get a lot out of it by creating your own focus system that allows you to create your own process for where your energy goes and how to direct your energy and to hold stable to that energy. So if you want to have that video, just mention it in the comments and I'll send it to you. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate your time.